Hi, welcome to Jovie's home. I hope you'll take your shoes off, come on in and stay a while. Do I have any tips or advice for others who are starting a YouTube? Are you kidding me? Like, I know nothing. How can I give you a tip or advice? This is my first video. I have no tips, no advice, just hello. No, just hi. Yeah, I don't know. Tips and advice? No, not today. Let's check back in a year. Maybe then, if I'm still around. If you guys are watching, if you like it, you know, maybe then I'll have some advice. Today we are making a special video because this is a celebration of our 1 year on YouTube. So Dan and I are so excited that this video marks 1 year since we started our YouTube channel. So that's actually something that I do want to talk about, which is all the lessons that I've learned from being on YouTube for a year. I want to share them with you. Maybe you are starting a YouTube channel yourself and are looking for some tips and advice, or maybe you're just curious at some of the behind the scenes. So if that sounds good to you, then why don't you come on in, kick off your shoes and stay a while. I'm really glad you're here. So the very first tip that I want to share with you is something that we did before we started the channel, and that is acknowledge your weaknesses. I just acknowledge the fact that I'm not somebody who's good at editing videos, and so I needed a partner who would be able to do the things that I cannot do, and maybe I can do the things that he cannot do. So Dan prefers not to be on camera, so for him to run his own YouTube channel where he makes the content and edits it and puts it up might be challenging. So together we are actually a really great team because he gets to do the part that he loves, I get to do the part that I love, and together we can share ideas and talk about it. So acknowledge your weaknesses. The next important tip that I would like to share with you, that I attribute a lot of the success of our channel to this, is that Dan and I, before we ever posted our first video, we had filmed and edited 8 videos that were in our YouTube studio, creator studio. So in planning in advance, we were able to create a backlog, and we were able to just like start with an upload schedule, knowing that we were kind of like a month ahead. But life gets in the way, and so Dan and I always tried to come back to a moment with our YouTube Creator Studio where we already have videos ready to go for at least a week in advance. This makes it all that stress of like trying not to mess up your upload schedule. It makes it a lot easier when you know that if something comes up today, it doesn't matter. You don't have to film and edit today because you already have all your videos done for this week or the next 2 weeks. You can shift it. It makes it easier, but that only works when you start out with a nice backlog, and then as you film more and edit more, you are replacing some of the backlog with new stuff. The next tip that I would like to share with you is to focus on one social media at a time, or on really growing one social media at a time. You might disagree with me. This might not be the right way for everyone, but certainly for me, when I want my YouTube channel to grow, I need to put time into that, which takes a lot of effort behind the scenes. So you don't want to post so much on, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, and then get a lot of engagement on all of them, and then not have time to actually devote to any one of them fully. So for me, I really focus on YouTube. I do have the other ones, more for fun, more for like to post some other things or to promote some new content or whatever. But don't expect that if you have 10,000 subscribers on YouTube that you're gonna have 10,000 followers on Instagram or Facebook or whatever social medias you are doing. It doesn't go like that. And so just be realistic and try to focus on one at a time. The next thing that I'm actually really proud of that Dan and I did from day one is that we approached YouTube as a business. I mean, you're gonna hear a lot of people telling you you don't get into YouTube for the money, and that's true. Okay, that remains true for Dan and I. I'll share that the best month that we had, which was in December, our channel earned around 1,200 euros. So that you know, that goes to pay for lots of the things that we bought for the channel. So it's not like you're not in it for the money. It's not only that. So even though you're not necessarily making a lot of money, I think that by treating your YouTube channel as a business from the get-go, from day one, approaching things in a professional way, really trying to be thoughtful and strategic about the decisions that you make, the videos that you make, and to approach it as a business will lead to more success. I think because people like people who are professional in what they do. And this was something that we did from day one. So we were posting consistently from day one. We had an upload schedule from day one. We had a social media strategy from day one. And all of that, you know, we started planning for all of that like in December, and then we uploaded only 2 months later. So there's a lot of that you have to try to think about and read about and learn about. You know, trying to come up with like a thumbnail style that is going to be the thumbnail for all of your videos. You change the text and you change the picture, but if you look at my thumbnails, it looks like an Instagram feed. They're all the same. All of that was being planned well in advance, and that was part of the business strategy that we employed. But just because I said this about the business strategy, also I want to mention the equipment. Don't think that the equipment is going to matter that much. We film on an iPhone. I'm filming from an iPhone right now. We do not have a camera. The equipment that I started out with was my iPhone and a tripod that I bought for $17 on Amazon. Now we've upgraded and bought, you know, microphones and things. So there are some upgrades. I bought a ring light recently, things like that you're gonna do. But now that stuff is being paid for by ad revenue. That's not that I bought all of that before we started the channel. So when I talk about be like business minded about it, I don't mean go out and spend a ton of money. I just mean like be professional and approach it as if you are running a business, even though you have 0 subscribers and 0 hours of watch time. Put out content that you're going to be proud to look back at and see, and content that you're going to be proud for people to watch. And yeah, this is just be professional. Kind of going along with that business theme, one thing that you should understand is that businesses evolve as their clients evolve. And I bring that up today because when I started YouTube, if you look back at my very first video, you will see that I talk about being a mom channel. As the audience found this channel, it became 50% men, 50% women. It was 75% of people based in the Netherlands, a Dutch audience that was watching some of the Dutch-themed parenting content that I was making. And as my audience started growing and shifting, I realized that the mom videos that I was making were not really interesting to the people that wanted to watch my videos. And so then you have a look at your analytics and you see, okay, what kind of videos are performing? What is working? What are people interested in hearing from me? And when you can figure that out, if you can change your content to suit kind of the audience that you're having, that's going to really be key in growing your channel. Because while I'm so grateful to the subscribers, and I know there are some of you, I see you in the comments, who will watch every video that I put out, I do realize that there are lots and lots of subscribers who are only here for the Dutch content and not the cooking content. So be prepared that maybe you're going to be evolving and growing and changing your content as a channel, and that's okay. I think that's absolutely fine, because when you start out, you have an idea, you have a vision, but it doesn't always work like that. So now my channel has evolved into a much more Netherlands-based channel, where I will be talking about the Netherlands. I will not be doing the cooking stuff unless I'm cooking like a Dutch recipe or something, but it's gonna be, I'm leaving behind some of the things that were not working and moving forward with things that are working, which are also still very interesting for me to make. They challenge me, they push me out of my comfort zone, out of the box that I originally created for myself, and I've never been more excited. I am sitting here thrilled at all of the content that we're going to be making this year, and I'm so excited. That said, it's really interesting if I look back at last year. So one of the things that we do, as I mentioned earlier with the filming ahead and backlogging of videos, is Dan and I, we have a Google Calendar that we share, that we have like the videos planned out. As I'm sitting here and filming this video, it is January 2020, and our Google Calendar is already filled with ideas for the next seven months of this year. So we have every video planned out already for the next 7 months. That doesn't mean that we're not going to change them around or shift them. That doesn't mean that every video that we have an idea for is going to get made, but we are very proactive about planning, thinking what is working now, can we make more of those, how can we replicate that video, keeping things fresh and new, but still kind of going back to the things that work. But I think that's really important if you're going to be a YouTuber, is to actually think about your content in advance. Not everybody needs to be 7 months in advance. That was just, I'm a little bit of a go-getter when it comes to that, but definitely having ideas, lots of ideas, that will help you when there are times that you're going to feel less creative. That happens to me. I'm a mom with 2 young kids. There are days that I don't feel like sitting here and thinking about, oh, what am I going to film? Oh, what am I going to talk about today? And that's when I have, I'm going to close it, but I have my little notebook with all my ideas and some bullet points of videos that I want, things that I want to mention. And I can just sit here and talk to you. I can film a video even if I'm not feeling great. I can film a video even if I'm not feeling fun or creative or anything, because in the moment that I was feeling like that, I did a brain dump and I put all those thoughts down, and now it's easier. So absolutely, absolutely huge thing that you need to do, not you need to do, a huge thing that I need to do, that I attribute, the success of my channel to, is definitely planning in advance and really having loads and loads of ideas that I write down and don't lose. A quick tip that I want to also share is that don't try to compete with others on YouTube. Maybe I'm an outlier, or maybe I'm not the typical YouTuber where I don't watch too many other YouTubers who create content like mine. I watch a lot of YouTube, but I watch, I don't watch too many expat YouTubers because I don't want to be influenced by their content. There are definitely some who I watch and love, but I fell in love with their personalities and not so much their content. Also their content. Oh my gosh, that sounds terrible. But no, I think that if you are creating content and you're watching the content that other people in your niche are creating too, it makes it very easy to kind of like, oh, that's a great idea, I'm gonna make the video like that too. And then you stop being original. So I try to only compete with myself, only judge the success of my videos against the success of my former videos, and not against somebody else who is in this category. Now, Dan was going to be in this video, but he is in test week when I'm filming this, and so while he will not be appearing in this video, he is very much a huge part of our channel. Dan, you know how important you are. Dan is equally important to this channel as I am. We are a total team, and Dan has offered some tips for you guys too from his perspective of editing. So I wanted to share those with you. So thank you, Dan. Sorry that you're not here, but hope you are kicking butt in those exams, okay? So the first tip that Dan wanted to share is that you should not expect that the level of effort is going to equal the level of views of a video. Some of the videos that we have worked the hardest on, that have taken the most time and the most money and the most editing power from Dan, have been our biggest flops. And some of the videos that we just quickly filmed in 10 or 15 minutes, just like, oh, I was inspired, turned on the camera, filmed a video, some of those have been the biggest successes. So it's not always equal, and you should know that, because that can be pretty frustrating if you spend a whole lot of time doing something and then it fails if you're expecting it to do well just because you put so much time and effort into it. Your audience doesn't know how much time and effort you might have put into something, and so they might not watch it, which can be disappointing. But you just buck up, move on, and hope that the next one does better. Dan also wanted to say that when you are editing, save a lot. Okay, save very often. There have been times that Dan will be very, very close to editing or finishing the video edit, and then we've lost the footage, and so then either he has to redo it or we did something else. But save, click save. Saving is your friend. Back up your document. Also, Dan wanted to say that in the beginning, when we first started our channel, he was really trying to edit out every single silence or any time that I would say or any time that I was making a little stumble or doing something wrong. He would try to edit that out. Over time, we realized that by leaving some of those in makes it much more natural, and the audience reacts when they see that you're a natural person. We're not, this is not like CNN, or we're not like some professional team that has like 100 people working on a story and it's easy. That's not the case. So if you are natural people, we make mistakes all the time when we're talking or stumbling, and it's okay to leave some of that in. In fact, it might even add a little bit more charm to your video to show just how human you actually are. And the last tip that I do want to leave with you today is also from Dan, and he says that we can admit when we make a mistake, and I totally agree. There are lots of times that we've made mistakes and pulled a video, or sometimes we've actually left it in. There was a time when we first got these microphones that I did not know how to use them, and I filmed a whole bunch of videos and the microphones were upside down. We ended up still using the videos, but the audience noticed that something was off. They were saying, "Stop, your microphones suck." And actually a viewer, Vincent, I will never forget the kindness that you did when you helped us out with the microphones. But the audience saw the mistakes that we were making, and we admit that we made a mistake. We learned from it and we grew from it. And I think that also being thankful to your audience for helping you out through something like that is really, really important. You guys, Dan has been saving all of the bloopers and all of the mistakes in a separate file from the videos from the past year. He's been saving them and wanting to do something special. So we are going to close out this video showing you a bunch of mistakes that I made and bloopers from the past year. I hope you like them. I hope they're funny. I haven't seen any of them, so it's going to be a surprise for me too. But I hope that these tips are helpful. I hope that this video is helpful. Thank you so much for being so wonderful from the past year. The growth of this channel also is not your standard growth. Like, we grew to 10,000 within our first year, 10,000 subscribers, 1 million views within the first year. These are incredible successes, and we are so thankful to the audience and to also ourselves for figuring it out or learning, or it's a mix of luck and hard work and teamwork and effort, and it feels so good when you can achieve all of that. So thank you guys so much for watching. We hope that you like the direction that we're going. We hope that you are also going to be as open as you have been in the past with your feedback to us, how we can improve, what you want to see, how we can grow, what is working for you, what is not. Thank you. And maybe I make part 2 of this after another year. So if that's interesting for you, give this video a thumbs up, make sure you're subscribed, and I will see you in the next one. But stay tuned for the bloopers, because I bet that's the best part. Bye. Excuse you, builders. Do you know that I'm a YouTuber trying to film a video here, and you're just throwing all your around?
disrespectful. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay.
Vinny, stop licking. Okay, it's not ASMR of Vinny licking today.
That's a different video.
Yeah, that's a different video. Okay, on a different channel. But if you're not going to behave, we're going to have to put you down. All right, not down, like not just on the floor. I'm not put you down. We're going to have to kill you. No, I'm just kidding. Can I please do my video? Can I show you? You guys want to see what he's doing? Let's see if I can show this. So let's say I'm doing my video and I want to talk to you guys and I'm doing my introduction. This is what's happening. Hi, welcome to Jovie's home. I post... Oh yeah? Are you camera shy now? Mic check, 1 2 1 2. What's up with me? What's up with you? Hello, hello. I'm crazy 'cause I'm crazy. Hello, hello. Oh God, this is so stupid. I know, Dan, you're gonna include it in some blooper shit. Stop doing that. Excuse me. Hello, hi there. Hi, it's me, your clown, Jovie. Bake and cook. You're getting a 2 for 1. Twee halen, één betalen. Oh.
We will fix that.
Let's pull up the recipe. Maybe next time we do this, we don't.
Microphone.
Now you see the the appeal.
It's really tempting.
Okay, Sinterklaas. So you arrive in mid-November.
Oh, there goes my staff.
Oh, it's
Have you noticed my big staff? Or?
You're a dirty old man. Let me notice it before don't ask about it.
Okay, we're gonna do that.
Cut. Do you know that your horse died? Dan informed me that Americo died last year.
Is that so?
That's what Dan said.
Oh, that's what's so smelly in the kitchen now. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God, it is hot.
Okay.
In this soup. And the beard is really itchy. Okay.
Okay.
The best Dutch ball you can get.
Look at that. The best Dutch balls you can get are the oil ones. I don't even know if that was like a good job or not done. What is that? Like, what did I even film? Oh, my brain is mushy. My brain is like soft and squishy and mushy, and thoughts are everywhere and nowhere at the same time. So I hope that with the magic of editing, you can make something out of that. Because, yeah, let's see. That's not too long. I don't know. Anyway, that's it. I'm going to stop talking now. And I hope that you have a good day. All right? Peace.